So the first batch of flour, it's gonna start getting a little harder and chunkier, and then there's gonna be like little white chunks in the water. But you wanna wait to get all the little white dry stuff out and scrape it off the sides. So now it's more like a batter, like cookie batter. And once you think that's good, you do the second cup. Oops. This comes out too easily. Okay. Then flatten it out. That's about a cup. Pour it in. Now here's where it's going to start getting more like dough. It's going to start getting drier and drier because of the flour and start becoming like a dough, cream sort of thing. And the 3.5 cups is the hardest because there's going to be a whole lot of this stuff. It looks good already and smells good, but you can't smell it because you're on your phone or something. It's hard to turn this and might hurt your hands, so ask somebody else to do it. So once you get that, you get your 3.5 cups. You might need more flour if you don't have enough, so go to the store and buy some when you have a full shopping list, because, yeah. And that's about a cup. Pour it in. Here's the 3rd cup. This is where it's going to get really dry and hard. It's still going to be a dough. You want to keep it to be that's too much flour. So once I added too much flour to Apple Crisp, and my entire class is like, there's too much flour or something. It might not have been Apple Crisp, it might have been something else, but I baked something and put too much flour on. Too much flour tastes okay, but it still tastes not as good as it would, so don't put too much flour in. But I think there's too much flour in this recipe. Somebody else to do it for, maybe because my hand hurts, because that's what you're supposed to do. You can tell someone else to do it. It starts getting hard around this point. It starts getting hard around the second one, actually. The second one is when it becomes a dough. And you gotta like turn it over so you get the flour on the bottom. And we're not even done yet, so this is just annoying. I'm gonna start getting the next cup of flour ready. Next half cup. So, then you just get a half cup. But you're gonna need more flour later, but it won't count, but I won't tell you what it's gonna be for because that would spoil this. So, you get a half cup, around a half cup or something. Yeah. Pour it in. Now stir the last little bit. Or someone else if you get tired. So, this is really annoying because there's too much flour. So I'm getting someone else to do it. That someone else is a mystery. So the all-purpose flour goes away for a little bit and then comes back later. But this might take a long time, a very, very long time. So I might have to do this in 2 separate videos. Or just make sure that you take in mind that this takes a long, long, long time.
Okay, this part is good.
Okay. We are partially good. We are not even close to finishing it. So
you can do the flour on this, sir.
So the next step is we need to knead the dough.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to use the all-purpose flour because we have more of that, and spread it around on the surface until you get a really powdery surface. Don't put too much like I did just now. So I might use this later. So I think you put the flour in this bowl. No, in this bowl, which is actually flour. So I'm going to take the fork out and pour the dough. I'm going to knead it so it gets better. Oh yeah, you need to cover your hands in flour. Making bread's always fun. So you squish around this, make sure it doesn't stick to your hand. The best way to knead is to flatten it out and then fold it in half. And then flatten it down again. Get your hands more floury. Fold it in half. Flatten it down. Squish it. Get your hands more powdery. Flatten it more. Put it in half like a quesadilla. Squish it. Get your hands more floury. Squish it. Fold it over. Squish it again. Get your hands really floury. Again. And then keep going over half. Squish. And then whenever you think you need, get more flour on your hands. And the dough gets better and better and better. So I think it's good. When it starts getting soft and non-cracky, then you should stop because you got good. Don't over knead it or else there's going to be a lot of cracks when you're finished, like I did last batch. So we got this big piece of dough right now. And then you get a second bowl, which I forgot to mention in the ingredients, and put the dough in. So now you got a bowl. Now this is one of the long parts. You need to let it sit for 2 hours. Air sealed container. So I need something to cover it up. Something like this that just appeared in my hand magically. So you put the things over, so you air seal the container and let it sit for 2 hours on a warm surface. Well, the warmest surface, not hot, but warm. So I would consider going by the oven. So put it, it's hot, so I would turn on the light and then put this right here because the light would make it warmer and the oven's hot. Let it sit there for 2 hours and then we cut to another scene.